What's up, everyone? Oh my goodness, it has been an awesome week for cryptocurrencies. I tell you, the money is flowing in hard, fast, and furious, guys. As the Korean markets are more aware, Japan is coming on board. Who knows what other new developed markets are gonna have more cryptocurrency exchanges opening up. Um, I would say it is really the time where you as a person who has been owning cryptocurrencies for the past 1 2 years, and of course there are people who are even earlier adopters than anything else. But this time the altcoins are really shining, and what I feel is that money flowing into Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin's price has been steadily climbing up, I think it's already up like 50% in 3 months or so. And I think the money is literally forming and flowing into the altcoins. As you can see now, if you look at coin market cap, um, okay, let's just do a roundup first. Firstly, the market cap has jumped significantly. Okay, we're talking about significantly. We're looking at a 48.9 billion, easily gonna reach 50 billion by probably this week. Okay, and and you see the BTC dominance is just dropping. It's just dropping and dropping and dropping because people are realizing the potential of the other coins or the other cryptocurrencies. I think using the word altcoin, as Omar Bam from who runs the crypto news channel, he's saying that at the end of the day, you're going to be having all this inflow of money into cryptocurrencies via BTC, and they are going to be using that BTC to purchase all the other coins. Where saying altcoins is like saying that there's no other coin other than Bitcoin. I think that's completely ridiculous and preposterous, because it's like you're saying that the only currency that is recognized is the US dollar, which is entirely not true. The Sing dollars is very strong. Okay, the Singapore dollars is very strong. We are at like 140 to 1 US dollar, and we are climbing amongst all the other fiat currencies. But I'm not just defending or saying anything. I'm just saying that you can't just say that BTC is the only true cryptocurrency. That's just preposterous. So that being said, as you can see, Ethereum is already at 8.5 billion. Closing in, most likely gonna be on par with BTC very soon, either this year or next year. And crazily, Ripple has been getting so much gains. The last 7 days it's up 169%. That is insane. And Ripple is like, I guess it's a very much faster transaction currency in comparison to Bitcoin, as Bitcoin now, the network is so congested, 10-minute block times and charging so much for each transaction, that people are definitely switching out until they sort out their issues, right? Okay, so now then you have, of course, Litecoin, which just was recently added to Coinbase, and that has been surging as well. The last 7 days, 88.83%. Neem, wow, this token has, it's out of my radar, by the way, so I cannot really comment, but it's 125.13%. Dash, not so much, 11.71% after 7 days. Ethereum Classic, 7.14, Monero 28.81. Now Stellar is from nowhere, guys. Okay, 673.75%. I would love to read more about Stellar. If you could let me know what it's all about, what makes it so exciting, please feel free to put your comments below, and I'll definitely check it out. Then Doge has moved up to 10th place, right? From 7 days, 75.54%. You see, it's crazy, guys. Look at Steam, look at Stratus. Okay, Stratus was also a big winner last week as well. And yeah, it's one of the, I guess it's the most exciting. But trust me when I say this, be careful. Okay, be careful, because you're entering a stage of I would say euphoria in a way. Okay, everyone who is willing to put in a little bit of money into altcoins, you know, you're going to be making money, and that's when it gets a little bit scary, because you know, this at some point, the markets who have been playing this game, okay, or entering their money into cryptocurrency will take profit. Okay, I'm not saying that there's no long-term prospects in cryptocurrency, but I usually get weary when everything goes parabolic. Okay, so what do I mean? Okay, let's just take a look at Ethereum Classic, for example. Okay, so let's look at Ethereum Classic. Let's ignore this portion first. Let's just say that, you know, when it was here and not very exciting, okay, no one wanted to really care too much, really boring, low volume. Then it started to have that surge, right? That's when I got in around here, guys. So I got in around here, I bought in around here, here, and here. Okay, every consolidation, even here, I'm currently buying around here as well. Okay, so this is something that I can accept. Something that at least has some consolidation, I'm actually pretty open to go into. Okay, now let's look at of course XRP, right, or Ripple. Okay, so Ripple, as you can see from where it was, and now it's crazy parabolic, guys. It's crazy parabolic in a very short time span of like what, a matter of days. You know, it ran up like this amount from the third, okay, I would say the third, and all the way to where it is now. Okay, so this is, I would say, 150%, guys, from top to bottom, 150%, okay, thereabouts. So I'm just saying that as long as there's some level of consolidation, it's good to go in, right? Like if you had bought Ripple again around this period, right, you'll be in the money. You're still in the money even, right? So this is when you're supposed to pick it up. Now let's look at this NEM, all right, or NEM. Okay, so same thing. If you had picked it up here, okay, and you know, you had some insight and you held it and you collected more here, you'll be very much in the money. But as you can see, there's the huge sell down candles that are, you know, they are now the market is uncertain, right? Because the FOMO kicks in, people are worried that they're going to be missing out, and then you have people buying in at the high, and now they're like caught. So you know, if this starts to form again, okay, then there's another leg up. Okay, those who bought high, it's going to go higher, so that's cool. Stratus, Strat. So Strat, okay, so same. Okay, now Stratus, same thing. You can look at it again because you know, it's forming a kind of consolidation, though it broke the, you know, 74,736 satoshis, and you know, it's obviously clearly you know, on a downward trend at the moment, and you got to monitor to see whether or not, you know, this current range is something that you want to go into. Guys, if you notice that the volumes, the swings are getting more attractive, right? If you're someone who is a range trader, you know, you trade the range, this is the best kind of chart for you. Even Ethereum Classic has that kind of chart as well. Okay, now you know, I'm not someone who chases, you know, things that go up like this, right? I'm more okay when it's like, you know, when it really is turning to become like boring, I start picking stuff up, because that way I know whether the price is, the support levels are genuinely supported or not. Okay, so that is just my personal preference on buying, and I would recommend that if you're new to cryptocurrencies or you're new to investing in general, always have like a little war chest of BTC and Ethereum, so that you can enter those altcoins or currencies that are denominated or at least based with on BTC or Ethereum. So that way you can take profit on either side. Because if you only use one, right, like Bitcoin, and you okay, whatever it is, it goes to Bitcoin. But however, you know, with the network issues and all that, and you know, BTC always climbing up, it's And Ethereum is always climbing up as well. It's always increasing, right, in terms of price. So you don't get as much Ethereum or you don't get as much BTC as maybe when you first started, especially with the increasing price. But that's the unique thing about it, right? You're actually gaining more against your fiat currency of choice. If you came from the US dollars, it's clearly that you are already in the money when you exchange it back to fiat. And nowadays, a lot of people are not interested in holding any type of fiat currency. Like myself, I don't have a lot of Sing dollars, sitting around because I feel that I know that the Bitcoin and Ethereum, are going to go up in the long run. So I rather like, okay, if I need to pay for something, I cash out, a portion of that liquid Ethereum or liquid BTC to pay for stuff, and that's all for the month, right? And then I'll let the rest ride. Of course, naturally, could there be very huge corrections in Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever altcoin? For sure. Are you kidding me? Look, guys, any kind of let's just look at the chart and talk about it rather than going in without anything visual. So let's just talk about STR, right? Okay, please correct me if STR, BTC, and Strat is two different things. But I think if I'm correct, right, Stratus should be STR, right? So I was looking at the wrong chart. So forgive me. Like I said, I don't follow Stratus, or this is Stratus or this is Stratus Lumin. Let me see. Let me just double check. Give me a second. Okay. So yes, okay, so the ticker is Strat. This is STR. Okay, so this is Strat. I hope I'm looking at the right chart though. Okay, but anyway, okay, let's just say this was still a green candle. It's still parabolic, and as you can see, it will just sell down significantly, and you'd be caught, here. And obviously you'd sell because the volume would have dropped significantly, and you'd hope that there will be a pop again, but you're already like down like freaking 25%, right? 30%. Okay, you'll be down 30%, and you'll be just not very happy at all because you were FOMO, right? Because you caught it at the wrong time. So my advice to anyone who's new in trading, especially cryptocurrency trading, margin at the moment now is attractive, but don't forget that because of all the swings, and if you're in the wrong direction, you're going to get forced liquidated very, very easily if you don't have a big enough buffer. So my advice, if you're going to be on, okay, so for those who are on margin, my advice is to of course use 10 to 20% of your total capital that you have, right? So that if you have a forced liquidation that occurs, it's going to have to happen like a real very, very strong pullback, or you really got the trade wrong big time in order to force liquidate. But if you could handle that very sharp pullback or very sharp rise, and you still feel that, okay, you were in a short position, for example, that means you're selling first and buying back later. Okay, that means you're selling high, buying back low. Okay, and you believe that the trend is still going to go down, right? So if you're in one of those trades, then obviously same thing applies. You want to have a buffer that is large enough to handle any crazy whiplashes, right? So that you don't get taken out of your position unnecessarily when you knew that the direction is correct. Don't go in like 50% of the capital because it's easily going to take you out. For me, I never trade on margin. I just go in with the money that I have. Of course, naturally, I can't really take advantage of any short positions unless I'm really confident that I can take profit at a certain peak of or peak in my head, right? Like for example, I took profit from Ethereum because I was in Ethereum at $7 to $11, and it shot up very quickly in a very short span of time to $30, and then after that it ran up to 50 over dollars, 55, and then after that it consolidated for quite some time. So let's just go there, and then from then you can see what I'm talking about. okay, so for Ethereum, right? So this is where, oh wow, so this was where I was, right? And when it hit 50, as you can see, there was this very long period of consolidation. So I sold all my Ethereum and I recollected it back around here. Okay, and I never looked back. Okay, I was very confident about where Ethereum was headed, and then after that it shot up again. So I am looking at a consolidation again, and after a while I will probably cash out from Ethereum again. So this is how I look at things, right? Then for ETC, I'm very bullish. Okay, reason being, I've always felt that Ethereum Classic was always the original Ethereum to begin with. Yes, you know, it is. I just feel it's so undervalued that I feel that it can be on par with Ethereum, because in terms of technology, they're both the same. You know, they're both the same, but you know, Ethereum Classic has chosen the immutable path. That means no change in code can be done just because, you know, the DAO got hacked and backers lost money, and that was the main reason why they decided to do the hard fork, right? And they thought that Ethereum Classic would die because everyone would jump on board, but that wasn't the case. So I'm very bullish. I only see Ethereum Classic just literally crossing $10 to, and even becoming 15 to $25 easily. Like, why not? You know? And the reason why it's still in the top 10, it's like there was one point it was even 5th place, right? But of course, you know, there's so much excitement in the market that any cryptocurrency can overtake that top 5 spot in a very quick period of time. So I'm not like chasing after anything. I'm just looking from the fact that when you look at Warren Buffett, okay, he invests when people are panicking, when everyone's panic selling, not having, just basically just trading with euphoria and excitement. He is not going to be in the market. Yes, he may say, oh, you know, you could have made 100-200% in 2 days. Sure, but the pullback will be so hard and so fast that if you are trading with small amounts, okay, that's fine, you know, like lunch money or something. But when you're talking about real investing, you're going in very hard and very strong. So you don't want to be caught in a very lousy position, or when it was pure euphoria. So you see, like classic to me, I'm very committed to buying it all the way until $10, and then I'll reassess everything then. So like I picked up you know, Ethereum Classic around the $7 again, when there were much stronger there's a strong consolidation happening around here with very large swings, right? Because of the volume, because Korea is now very active in trading Ethereum Classic. You see, as you can see, look at this. Look at the volume, is so small. And I picked up 170, 122. I picked up at 178, 280, which was a bit angry at that point of time, because I was thinking, wow, this is so quiet, this could be it. But then the run up came again, and after that I even picked up again at around I think 487, around here. No, around 480 around here. Okay, so I picked it up around here. It was a little bit of FOMO for me, because I told myself, oh shucks, you know, don't tell me there's another run up. And true enough, there was. So here we are, consolidated around here again. Okay, so picking it up around here, okay, it's pretty decent as well. You know, $7, you know, $7. And why do I say that? Let's pull this back a little bit more. Let's pull back the chart a little bit more. Okay, so the all-time high for US dollars is already broken. Okay, it's already set in stone that it's going to be worth this much. Very much so. Very confident about that, or else it would not have broken this range, right? Okay, so of course, naturally, it's still too early to say, because if you look at the month on month, it's still here. So the good thing is that it's not like, whoa, you know, suddenly it just drops because of Barry Silbert's you know, ETC fund. It's very positive, right? Because, and also people want to get out of fiat and come into crypto because they're realizing how much the potential is there. Speculative as it is, there is a technology behind it. You're buying something that has a value, that you have something that has a technology behind it that eventually will have use cases. So always remember that. Now let's look at the BTC. Okay, BTC is so much more attractive because it's hovering, okay, at the previous high. Okay, of course, naturally it's a little bit down today, but you know, I don't really care. Okay, I'm looking for the fact that it's gonna one day break. As you can see, I put all my alerts right at 540,000 Satoshi, and then after that 636,000 Satoshi. These are like the alerts that are gonna go off if I see it breaking, because these were the previous highs. Okay, back in August. That was when the DAO had that, when Ethereum had that hard fork, right? So just to take note, it has not broken out from that all-time high like significantly yet. So I'm very bullish about Ethereum Classic and where it's headed. I don't know how long. Okay, don't ask me how long that I see it. I just say, look, 6 to 12 months, even into 2018. I'm pretty committed to that. Now, I'm of course going to be setting aside, now that my account is a little bit more, healthy, I can look at, the more speculative cryptocurrencies. So like another one that I was looking at is, of course, all the while I've been looking at, in fact, is Golem. And Golem has had such a good run, right? Such a good run that it's now, of course, there's all the take profit happening again. So I'm going to be re-looking at Golem again. Okay, and then there's Augur. Okay, Augur is another one that I'll be looking at again. See, because they all have had their take profits happening. So it's time to relook at all these cryptos, right? Because they have such large swings that you can really make some serious money. Like now, it looks pretty decent to re-enter into Augur again, even though at the current prices. I looked at Augur, same thing. It was a choice. I didn't have that much liquidity then, and I looked at Augur when it was $6. You can refer back to my videos. Okay, I've never invested in Litecoin. Sadly, I wanted to, but I didn't have, same thing, I didn't have enough liquidity to enter. I just had to pick one. So I picked all in Ethereum Classic, and it did pay off. But can I always be coming in and out? I don't want to, because I want to stay invested, because I know that at the end of the day, when there's going to be this huge exodus of take profit or fear in the market that is injected by the news, some kind of regulatory body or exchange getting hit, okay, God forbid, anything happens to Poloniex or any of the larger exchanges like Bittrex, Kraken, because that's going to cause a lot of fear. But fear is part and parcel of investing, because without fear there cannot be panic. Without panic there cannot be sell downs and for us to re-enter the market at the discounts. So having said that, invest very cautiously and be disciplined. If you can avoid the FOMO, it would be the best. Okay, but it takes time. Like I'm pretty upset with the Ripple play, honestly, because I was just contemplating. I was just contemplating on the 3rd of May. I kid you not. Okay, I was contemplating on the 3rd of May whether to enter into Ripple or not. And can you imagine that if I had just placed, say, 3 BTC, okay, I would have doubled my money to make it 6 BTC, and that would have been such a huge profit, in just a matter of like what, today's the 8th, in a matter of 5 days. That's so sick in terms of gains. So I'm just saying there will be those days, there will be those emotions, and my take is to really sit back and not let those emotions get the better of you. That's why I'm actually doing this video, because I can have a chance to share my feelings with you guys, and at the same time also you can use that same mindset and mentality to maybe go for a walk, exercise, spend time with your loved ones, your kids, your wife, your girlfriend, you know, then you realize that, okay, you will have a chance again. You will always have a chance because this market is still so early, guys. So don't feel like you're going to be missing out just because it ran up 100. If it can run up 100, it can sell down for 50, 60, 70% as well. Okay, always remember that. It's always will work two ways. So with that being said,